What would you do if someone owed you money and you were a mafia boss? How would you go about getting him?
If it was a man, I would do my feminine wiles probably, unless he was dangerous. If he was dangerous, I would find my biggest friends to take care of it. Hi, I'm Amanda Lepore, and I'm here to answer questions from the daily mailbag. I'm glad that my body is insured. Oh my God, what a mess. You started your transition when you were 13 in, I'm not going to say the year. What was that process like? Well, I had my nose done when I was 15 and then had my transition when I was 17. I was already on hormones. I took them illegally at first when I was in high school. My breasts developed really quickly. And I just decided to just go to school as a girl. Not only a girl, but like a bombshell, because I bleached my hair. I shaved off my eyebrows and tried to look like Jean Harlow. And succeeded. It was really beautiful. Ironically, no one said anything, because otherwise I was harassed really, really, really bad in school. So they said that I could either quit or that I could finish my education with like a tutor. So I had a private tutor at my house, and my life changed like a lot after that. My father was hoping that I would dress as a girl on the weekends. Of course, I didn't listen to him and just continued dressing like a girl all the time. I met like a girl that used to like to fool people, and we would go to nightclubs and things, like, and she would give me her sister's ID. And with guys, she would say, like, you know, I'm a virgin and I'm waiting to get married to have sex. But she said that you could give them oral sex and you could off. So I would do that. And then she introduced me to her boyfriend's best friend, and we double date for a while, and we really liked each other. And he seemed to get like more turned on and interested in me, that he wouldn't have sex with me. So I met his parents and everything. His father loved me. His mother was deaf, so that kind of helped. So my voice is a little deep. So finally, he asked me if he could just jerk off. He just wanted to see my. He promised me he wouldn't touch it or anything, and then I told him, and he didn't take it very well. He put his fist through the wall and blah, 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 and like I didn't think that I would ever see him again. But then his father said, oh, we have to help her, and the father ended up paying for my sex change surgery. It was really good. It came out really pretty, and it was fully functional. My husband was very happy because we got married 2 years after that. So it went well, and I had a lot of use out of that over the years. So it was very successful. I'm used to opening a lot of things. Okay. What is the one thing that you haven't done yet? I haven't bought a house. If anybody wants to buy me one, that would be wonderful, because things are piling up in my hotel room. I think I would like to have my own makeup company, you know, sort of like a Patrick Starr, Pat McGrath and everything. I think I would be really good at it. I'd like to also do my own lingerie, very high quality, high end. I basically live in lingerie kind of dresses that I concoct with lingerie. So I think I would be extremely good at that as well. And maybe have a private jet. I mean, that would be great. Maybe have like a pinup picture on it of me. That would be like so good, because it's really a hassle at the airport with the president and everything. It really sucks.
Have you been on private jets in the past? And if so, whose?
I think it was Pamela Anderson's, and I went with David LaChapelle, and I went with them to Las Vegas. It was really fun. Oh, I love, my favorite colors are pink and red. I'm a little person that likes big things, but little envelopes will do. What is the biggest misconception about you? That I'm tall, maybe? Because I know that when some people, I thought that you were 6 feet tall, at least when I modeled with David LaChapelle. Maybe people saw me too much in person now, but that was a big misconception. I'm very lucky that I have a short torso and really long legs because I photograph really tall. People are intimidated by me and think that I'm going to be really bitchy and stuck up and everything, and I'm actually really down to earth and really nice to people. Another itty bitty one, like my and it's pink too. Who's the biggest star you ever had a romantic fling with? I can't say, but everybody knows. It's true, and he's a rapper, and I don't want to get in any kind of legal predicament because that's what they told me when I wrote my book. In ATTAGIRL, you play a mafia boss. Why do you think it's important that trans women get to play unexpected roles in movies? Because I think it's important that trans be in any kind of roles in any kind of movie, and from everything that we go through, we're really good at acting and role playing and everything that an actress needs to be, and we serve glamour. Actually, I was like really, really thrilled to work with Mr. Klimovski. I knew who he was, and I said, oh, I'm definitely going to do this. I mean, this sounds fabulous. I mean, I think it's just like really important for the queer culture and everything. He used all queer icons and trans people. The lead girl that I worked with was lovely, and trans girl as well, and Violet Jotsky's like a drag icon, and Ugly Worldwide is so punk. I love her. I was like so thrilled to do it. Another paint bomb. Can you share the differences of the trans experience over the years and how it's changed? Well, I work at Paul's Casablanca in New York, and I meet so many super young trans girls, and I'm blown away that so many of them are in college and get doctor's degrees. I just think that's so incredible. I mean, my life probably would have been a lot different if I had everything open to me because I'm a really smart person, believe it or not. But, you know, I think that that's the difference. Like, you could basically do anything that you want. I would have been able to go to school. I wouldn't have had a tutor. So I think my life would have been very different. I'm used to being alone and being more of a punk, you know, and a very like you know. I'm here, I'm beautiful, and you get over it, you know. I could have just got another husband and lived a quiet life. I could make myself pass and all that. That's no problem. And I could have went that way like a lot of my friends did, and or had like a sugar daddy and didn't work in the nightclubs. But I wanted to be my own sugar mama and get everything for myself because I didn't want to answer to anyone. I love flowers.
What's your favorite flower?
Probably roses, because my mother was like a freak, like with flowers. She would talk to flowers and everything, and she had beautiful, like a fence, and she had like all roses in there, and she was so good with flowers. She loved it, you know.
They say that when you talk to plants, they grow better.
Yeah. I believe that. I don't know. They die in my house because of all the hairspray and stuff and everything, and I don't have time to talk to them. When you were a dominatrix, tell us about the craziest client request you ever received. Actually, this one client bought me a really expensive plant, and it died in my apartment then. And he was really mad at me. He said it was like really expensive and everything. But the craziest client was, he had a lipstick fetish. So I would like tie him up and just literally put on lipstick, and already have tons of lipstick on, and I would have to keep on putting lipstick on. And the more I did that, like the more harder he would get. And he would actually without like touching him, but like in a good like 45 minutes.
Damn, so you're putting lipstick on for 45 minutes?
Yeah, and then there was another one that was really funny too is that you would have to wear your street clothes and you would have to like talk about the time. He got like aroused by the time, and he would have like a trench coat on with like nothing underneath. And then I would say, oh, like I overslept today at 8 o'clock. I was supposed to get up at 7:45 and I have to be at 10 a.m. I have a hair appointment and I was late last time. I think I got there at 10:45 and she wouldn't see me, and we would have to just keep on talking about the time and the time. And I was really good at I was actually really, really good at the role-playing ones. That's the ones that I like to do. Sometimes they would give you like a script. What is the craziest night out that Amanda Lepore has ever had? I think it's definitely the first time I went out naked to an event. I was with David LaChapelle. We went to this new sushi restaurant, and he used to always take off my dress, and he took it away from me. We were having drinks, and we had a great night. The chefs loved it, and they actually made like a dessert with boobs, and we had a great night. And then we got in David's car, and David wouldn't give me my dress back. When I got there, he saw Naomi Campbell, and Naomi Campbell said, "Oh my God, you're naked," and she wasn't having it. And I was getting like all the attention, everything, and people were just like asking all these things, and I just said, "Oh well, as he didn't give me a dress, and I didn't want to wear anything else." I would just like say all these things, and then the next day I was in Women's Wear Daily, and I kind of think that like I became like a fashion thing. I think I got away with it because my hair was always done. I had like body makeup on, and I had nice shoes and a nice purse, you know, so it wasn't offensive. It was like, it was more artistic. I didn't look like I was like a stripper or something, you know, like I looked like a fashion editorial. So people had respect for it, you know. But that was a crazy night because I was alone, and then I said, okay, this is the night I'm going to be arrested. Like that used to always kind of scare me, you know, but I never got arrested. Another time that was really crazy was in the blackout. I was with David, and I had like this Russian mafia boyfriend, and and he was with us too, and I was completely naked. For some reason, we met Christine Aguilera in the morning or something, but David met this guy that, you know, those cars that they drive with the bicycle, you know, like kind of like a car kind of thing. Well, anyway, we had one of those, and it was 10 a.m. I saw the police, and I said, okay, this is it. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. And they just like waved, like hi, like I got away with it and everything. So those are the two craziest nights, I think.
The first night that you went out naked, like how did you get into the zone? Yeah.
Well, I kind of got used to it. I actually, like when I met David, you know, at first we did like a normal thing, and then he saw my body and he said, oh my God, your body, your body. From then on, I never saw any clothes. Like I was photographed naked all the time. And then he got to the point where just take off your clothes, just take off your clothes. Like I just kind of did it to make him happy, I think, because he was like a really close friend, and I trusted him and you know, loved him, you know. What's something Michael Alig told you that you'll never forget? Actually, when I was on the Joan Rivers show for the first time.
You don't have any what?
I don't have any time to work because I'm too busy getting ready all the time we're going out.
So how do you live, Amanda? Spangles cost.
Well, I don't know, just, you know, I dress for men. I'm just like a man's fantasy of the ideal woman, and I always get what I want and never been rejected.
He told me what to say, so that was his words, not mine. I was like extremely shy, so that's something that you all will never forget. Bougie. What do you think makes you so fearless? Up people that made me fearless. Okay, we're all done, and that was fun, reading all your questions and answering them. I didn't get, not one nail fell off of my gloves, and not one stone came off, so I'm happy, and I'm gonna get out of here. See ya.